Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy hump day. Hope you're having a great midweek so far. There is a lot happening out there in altcoin news. PayPal, for example, on the heels of the announcement that they made, they're getting into potentially the crypto game with Venmo, while they're purportedly hiring crypto engineers amid all this Bitcoin integration. Among those rumors, we'll be discussing that. We'll take a look at what it takes for Ethereum to potentially hit $300 and what some of the triggers and conditions are for this to happen. Gilbert Verdian is in the news. Interoperability and regulation is what he's talking about, along with Quant network, of course. We're going to give you an overview of Paxful, where you can buy Bitcoin instantly. And finally, then, BSN integrates Chainlink oracles, bringing real-world data into its IRETA-powered network. A lot happening, guys, as you can see. Let's first take a look at the markets, however, and I'm warning you, brace yourselves. We're off to a bit of an ugly start today here on CoinGecko.com. As you can see, we're down 2.2% on the day. A bit of a flash crash, I suppose, $270.6 billion total market cap, but the drop-off has been pretty steep, and by the time you watch this video, I'm afraid to admit that, unfortunately, it may be a little bit steeper. Bitcoin down 2.6% in the last 24 hours, $9,374. Similarly, other projects down a percentage point or two or three. Just a pretty sheer and precipitous drop-off. I hope that it stops at that. Let's see how it happens, though. Let's keep an eye on it over the course of the day. Bitcoin dominance right now, a little bit lower than we're used to, 63.8%. We talked about PayPal and Venmo getting into the cryptocurrency game, and now here on Cointelegraph.com, PayPal is purportedly hiring crypto engineers amid rumors of Bitcoin integration. There are two public-facing job listings for crypto pros to go to work for PayPal. So PayPal is hiring crypto and blockchain experts amid these rumors that the global payment platform will enable direct cryptocurrency purchases to its over 300 million users, and the job descriptions it's hiring for are publicly available on the company's job board. So you can actually go check them out to verify for yourself. So the first listing is a job titled Technical Lead Crypto Engineer. The listing describes that this person will be responsible for the, quote, new initiatives for PayPal Global with a focus on agility, time to market, and innovation, and the role includes designing, developing, and maintaining key crypto products and features targeted towards availability, performance, and scalability of PayPal services. And there's a second listing as well that's asking for a blockchain research engineer to work in various capacities for the company. So this, to me, it's not confirmation. It's not something that we can definitively say, well, okay, based on these two job listings, this is everything that PayPal has planned, and this is exactly how it's going to be entering the crypto space. We don't exactly know their intentions. However, I would say that this is very good circumstantial evidence. And here's a little bit more in terms of supportive evidence. In its latest 10K filing, PayPal lists potential rapid developments in blockchain and virtual currencies as a possible risk factor that may negatively impact the company. It's possible that the company decided to preemptively strike against these potential risks. Time will tell, but as I mentioned in the other day's video, for PayPal to get into this kind of game, again, with over 300 million customers and clients, this would be a major step. This would be a leap, if not several steps and strides toward mass adoption, which is ultimately the holy grail that we're all chasing after. So let me know what you think about that. Again, just kind of purported, alleged stuff at the moment, but I feel I'm of the opinion that that's strong evidence to suggest that, yeah, PayPal is taking this space very seriously. In other news, let's now discuss Ethereum and how it may hit $300 if this specifically happens. So Ethereum sits currently at about $240, and according to an analyst, the $250 is going to be the final hurdle, so that benchmark for Ether to accelerate towards 300. That break past 250 is not going to happen immediately. Bitcoin's push to over 10,000 in the 10,500 range, which must also come into play. Decentralized finance is seeing sustained investor interest and pushing the excitement on Ethereum. So according to analyst Michael Van Poppy, $250 is that final hurdle for Ethereum before it can accelerate toward 300. He did say the $215 and $220 range must hold, which actually did during bounces, notably on the 15th of June. Quote, such a bounce implies that buyers are eager to step in and are are significantly pushing up the price, he wrote for Cointelegraph. I think it's off to the races, guys, once Ethereum does really take off. There's a whole lot of momentum behind it, not the least of which is characterized by the decentralized finance space. There are some other predictions here about when Ethereum is going to go beyond $360 and maybe reach another all-time high. I personally take all of those with a grain of salt. In fact, I disregard them outright. I don't think this is the kind of thing you can predict. But I am of the opinion that organically, I don't care whether it takes another 5 years or more, I think we're going to see some very, very high numbers from Ethereum. I think this decentralized finance space and some of the peripheral spaces in fintech are only going to grow and evolve from here. So I think, personally speaking, not financial advice, but personally speaking, I think Ethereum's best days are ahead. And I'm kind of indifferent as to when it happens. But check out the rest of this article on International Business Times if you're interested in a little bit more of technical perspectives and predictions. Also on ambcrypto.com, Ethereum transactions get expensive as Bitcoin fees overtaken. We'll link to both in the description below. In the news is Gilbert Verdian, who's talking about interoperability and regulation as the key to decentralized ledger technology mass adoption. So at GVerdian on Twitter. Interoperability and regulation, the key to mass adoption in today's City AM. Gilbert Verdian, of course, is the CEO of Quant Network, and he's got some interesting points to make here about mass adoption. This is a very long article, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to cherry pick what I feel is a bit of a thesis or a topic paragraph in a sense. So here's what he has to say. My own company, Quant Network, provides a DLT operating system which offers enterprise interoperability between DLTs at scale. But before we reach the tipping point of mass adoption, the condition of interoperability must be met in a wider sense. We need to deliver not only technical interoperability, but governance interoperability and business interoperability too. And this will require the adoption of a regulatory frameworks and international standards across all jurisdictions. Toward that end, we have this tweet from Quant_network from the 24th of June. That's today. At SIA Press Office, Quant Network and SIA successfully tested blockchain interoperability, integrating Overledger into the SIA chain private blockchain infrastructure to enable cross-platform applications and services in Europe and globally. SIA.eu is covering the story. Quant Network and SIA successfully tested blockchain interoperability. Just in brief here, the breakthrough was achieved by integrating Quant Network's Overledger tech into the SIA chain private blockchain infrastructure to enable cross-platform applications and services in Europe and globally. Gilbert Verdian weighing in one last time, a successful achievement by integrating Overledger into SIA chain. This enables interoperability in one of the largest implementations of blockchain infrastructure. We've spent over a year working with SIA and want to thank the Quant and SIA teams for this great result. And look, guys, maybe this isn't the most sensational headline, maybe it's not the sexiest kind of news in the world, but this very much what progress looks like, because interoperability opens the doors. It just opens the floodgates into all the possibilities that could be in terms of making practical strides towards things and use cases in a pragmatic sense as to how you can use these projects, as to how they can integrate with your business, with your government, with your society, and with your hobbies and with your interests. So again, this is, at least in my opinion, a little bit more monumental than the headlines would suggest. Interoperability, not exactly the sexiest word in the world, but it has some big consequences. So let us know what your thoughts are about that in the comments below. Let's switch gears now and look at the website altcoinbuzz.io and take a look at Paxful, where you can buy Bitcoin instantly. Article here by Deepika. Competing against leading players, Paxful claims to be the safest peer-to-peer marketplace to trade Bitcoin. Now, this is a sponsored piece, but as you guys know, sponsorship is what allows us to continue doing what we love doing. It supports our operations and keeps a roof over our heads. If you've never heard about Paxful, well, it was established in 2015, and it's been a fast-growing leader in the online Bitcoin trading platform connecting buyers and sellers. By offering over 300 ways to buy cryptocurrency, it's now attracted 165,000 new users alone in the last month. And for that reason, the platform's trade volumes have been swelling consistently as it comfortably outpaces competitors like local Bitcoins. So the structure, at least ideologically, is pretty simple. Paxful is a secure platform that acts as a peer-to-peer payments logistics platform, and it also facilitates Bitcoin trading with a simple approach, just like eBay. However, founders Ray Youssef and Arthur Shabak spotted an opportunity to deliver trading services as well as social good using Paxful. There is an explainer video that's linked to in this article. It's only a couple minutes long, so you may want to give it a watch for really a thorough breakdown of everything that Paxful is. But essentially, the platform provides instant cryptocurrency buying opportunities using a website or an app. And there are two ways that the buyer or seller can connect and execute a trade. One happens to be a highly intuitive website. The other is a widget that allows users to set up a virtual kiosk and earn 2% commissions on all sales through the kiosk. Known as Virtual Kiosk Link, the user can place this on their website, their app, their social media handles, or their YouTube channel. Moreover, Paxful brings the unbanked world an opportunity to connect with crypto trading partners armed with just a smartphone. And for spreading the word, Paxful has employed a multi-tier affiliate program. To learn more about that, you can view, again, this intro video that's playing right now. Here, Deepika breaks down all of the different variables that you're going to come into contact with once you're engaged with Paxful. You can take a look at what the escrow account is all about and how that operates, reputation ratings, some of the fees that you're going to have to be aware of, Paxful fees, as well as buying limits. Now, there are all kinds of different levels that you can achieve, that you can gain access to, starting from level 1 all the way to level 4 and beyond, where essentially you have no limits at a certain point. Worldwide support is offered right now by Paxful in all kinds of countries all over the world. And moreover, 16 countries have been categorized as OFAC, gray or high risk countries. The traders from these countries are mandatorily required to complete their ID verification before they can start trading for Paxful. Check out the full list to really see where you land depending on your location and what those countries are. There's all kinds of training apps, guys, and different tutorial sections where you can get up to speed with the functionality and get your feet wet, so to speak, before really launching into things. But in conclusion, here's what Deepika has to say. It is evident that Paxful is standing up against some P2P giants like Local Bitcoins and thriving. The trade volumes over Paxful are almost half of Local Bitcoins. However, the fact that the trading volume is growing every passing day cannot be ignored, and the availability of 330 payment methods, the potential to curb the scams, and the intuitiveness of the platform make it look potentially promising. As always, guys, this is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors, and you shouldn't take our advice anyway, financial or otherwise. We're just laying out the information, hopefully objectively. This is what it is as far as the information, as far as empirically the stuff that we find interesting. So do with that information what you will and make your own choices. However, this is not financial advice. It never is. Check out Deepika's article in full for a breakdown of Paxful. We'll link to it, of course, in the description below. Finally, for today, we're discussing Chainlink briefly here. BSN has integrated with Chainlink oracles, bringing real-world data to its IRETA-powered network. So at Chainlink here on Twitter, China's National Blockchain Services Network, BSN, is integrating Chainlink as the preferred oracle network to provide BSN-based systems access to off-chain data. And as part of this collaboration, Iris Network and SNZ Holding will also contribute technical integration support. So kudos to Chainlink here on prnewswire.com. You can read more about it. BSN integrates Chainlink oracles, bringing real-world data into its IRETA-powered network. Chainlink oracles give users of China's National Blockchain Services Network greater security, reliability, and interconnectivity. Well, everybody, that about wraps it up for this hump day. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Best of luck if you choose to invest, everybody, but have a great Wednesday first and foremost. Happy Saint Jean-Baptiste to those celebrating in my home province of Quebec. If you choose to invest, I wish you only the very best of luck and fortune, but have a great one, everybody, a great midweek, and as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.